Guys, welcome to Meet the Family Mondays. Today we have Michaela, who is our youngest bio kid, and she is number
5.
So sometimes the numbers switch. So like every Christmas we get, the kids their family t-shirt, and they each have their number on the back of them. So sometimes the numbers change depending if we've done an adoption and what birth order has changed in that, and that can definitely be pretty traumatic to always be one number and then have to switch numbers.
Yeah. So I was number 4, and then we adopted David, and I was bumped to 5.
But she's okay with it.
Yeah.
Not bitter at all.
No.
Michaela, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I live in Virginia. I go to Liberty University. I'm studying elementary education. And I work at Chili's. It's a great time.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you work all this summer?
This was my 3rd summer working for Student Life Camp. I've done that for 3 summers. For the first 2, I was a rec leader, so they just paid me to be crazy. And this summer, I had to babysit all the crazy people, basically. So it was fun.
Okay, and if you know Michaela, being a rec leader is like the perfect job for her. So, okay, what 3 words would describe you?
Wild.
Yes.
I think authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And then independent.
Okay. Those are good words. Yep. That sums it up right there. And fun. Very fun. Yeah. What is your funniest memory of growing up in our family?
So this was when we had 6 of us living in the house, I think. So it was me and David were the oldest, and then the younger. Maybe there were 7 of us.
I think there's 7.
Yeah, the younger 5. So everybody had Nerf guns, and we started like a war in the house. And everybody just aligned by country, and all the Africans were like a team, and the Asians, and then it was me because I'm the last biological kid, and I was just attacked. They're like, continent versus continent. I was like, this is not fair, and they just started shooting me. So I aligned with the Asians, and we still lost, but not as badly. So that was really fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Okay, and what was your schooling experience?
I was homeschooled the whole time, which was great. And when I was little, I did my school at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So that she could sleep in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I just like to be different. I still do. And then I did co-ops for a while. All through high school.
Right.
I went to Lone Star. And yeah.
And how many credits did you have when you graduated, like dual credits?
I had 27, I think.
27. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So and then you went a year to Lone Star, lived at home, went a year, and then you and David got an apartment, and you went another year to Lone Star.
Oh,
right?
Half Liberty Online.
Okay. Right. Okay. And then last fall you moved to Liberty, and then this is you're a senior this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Praise God.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, and was it hard adjusting to college after being homeschooled all your life?
Not really, because college is all like self-paced. They're like, here's all your homework for the whole semester. You can turn it in on the last day, or you can turn it in according to the schedule. And so, which is literally what I did all of high school. So it was kind of nice to not feel like I was being like babysat. Mm-hmm. So it really wasn't too hard. Yeah, and I did Lone Star since I was like 15, so
right.
I've been in college courses for a long time.
So an easy transition. And you got a special opportunity with Liberty to go somewhere over spring break last year. Where'd you go?
I went to Rwanda, and I got to teach in schools over there. So it kind of like acted as like a little practicum, which was super cool. A lot of work going up until the trip, but once I was there, I was like, this is great.
Yeah. So, do you see yourself going back to Africa someday, or?
If God said go, I'd be like, awesome. But right now, I don't think that's where I'm going. I think it'll be more like short-term trips, but I'd totally be okay living over there, too.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Okay. How has adoption changed you?
Yeah, so I have been here through every adoption.
Which is unique. You're
yeah,
the only one.
I'm the only one that's
Yeah.
been here through every adoption.
Yeah.
I like to say I'm the youngest of the biologicals and the oldest of the adopted because me and David are technically like twins. So, one of the oldest. So I've been in every position, oldest, youngest, and middle. So I think adoption taught me that it's not about me. It taught me how to work as a team, and that working as a team is the only way you're going to survive. And then it also just showed me like there are things way bigger than myself that I can be a part of if I'm willing, even though it's normally really hard.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, sounds good. We've also talked about in a previous videos that about spending intentional time with your kids and what that looks like in a large family. So, what did that look like for you? Because you were the oldest of all the kids for quite a long time. I mean, you and David were. So, what did that look like?
So for you and me, it was just I played volleyball, so we had a lot of weekends together, which was super fun. That's what we still like to do.
Right.
When I come back into town, we like to just go away, get away from everybody. So that was like our way of spending time together.
Right.
And then with Dad, it was just I think it was harder to find intentional time with him, but like I still knew if I needed it, we could find it. And you, before every adoption, you would always sit me down individually. I think for every adoption, but for Joseph, you sat me down individually and were like, if at any point during this adoption you feel unheard or unnoticed, like we'll drop everything and we'll spend time with you. And so I always knew that was an option.
Okay.
And with Joseph, I knew it was an option. It just the conversation didn't happen. But that's always been a thing. And if you guys were always willing to stay up till like midnight talking to me about things, and so always felt very heard.
Okay. Okay. So what advice would you give families that are looking into adoption but already have bio kids?
So something you guys did do with me for Joseph, because I think that was our hardest adoption, was you basically told me it would be really, really hard and it might ruin my senior year. Because when you told me I was a junior, and then I knew we would get him my senior year, and so you just told me up front that it wasn't going to be fun, and I was like, cool. Well, that's exciting. I cried.
Count the cost.
Yeah, I cried the whole next day. I was like, why did I just say yes to this? But you told us straight, but also you promoted teamwork in a way that like everybody had to put forth effort, but everybody benefited. So like because I was a part of the team, I had to take care of a lot of kids. But I also got to play volleyball my senior year, which wasn't necessarily going to be an option. And so I think just laying it straight, and it could be awesome, and it could be super easy, but setting an expectation that it's going to be really hard and probably going to be the worst year ever. And then if it is, you're like, sweet, I fully expected that. And then if it's not, you're like, wow, that was better than I thought it was going to be. So nobody leaves disappointed.
There you go. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And you guys can pray for her because she's getting ready to make a cross-country trip. She always drives to Liberty, usually by herself, with an atlas and not her phone because it makes it more interesting. So, yeah. So you guys can pray for her. I think she leaves next week. And so, yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good day.